Greetings, guys. How are we? Hope everyone's doing really well in this massive time of change, transformation, you name it. Excuse me, it is happening. And, like a little note there that I'm subject to it as well. Hey, we're all on this earth plane having this experience. And I just wanted to, just do a little reading to people who are out there at the moment. And it'll resonate with some people and it won't resonate with others. But I'm always a big believer. It's like I did an expo in Maui on Sunday, and I'm always amazed at how the right people just come, and they're generally dealing with energies that you are working through yourself, and this happens not only in readings, like we can get all excited. And I mean, I personally find readings, being a little crab Cancerian, it just helps us deal and understand our intuition a little bit better. That one wanted to pop out. And that one. And that one. Understanding our energies and our intuition and our ability to, because we receive messages all the time, and whether we're open to it or not, or whether if you're checking out this reading, then you would be definitely open to the energies at play. But the right people come, and this can happen in multiple areas of your life. You're just walking around and you'll just meet someone and they'll just tell you the right thing, or they might be sharing an experience that you've kind of either gone through, or we're all helping and supporting each other, and I mean, that being said, we're also aware of negative energies and other energies that people are playing. So there's something that is like, some people win and some people lose, in the energies of change. And the only thing that this is not a sense of competition. And I think if you're carrying that energy of like, well, I must win this battle, then I think you're in the loss category, because there's no competition. It's you v you, okay? And so some of you out there are really, really entering into a stage, though, where there's something that you need to sort of confront in order to sort of get it to a win-win situation. Yeah, so move away from this win-loss. And I feel energetically what the confront means is that it's not confronting the other person. It's confronting yourself, having a look at your own reflection and seeing what it is that you can do. Not to beat another person. That's really, really important in this message. Because ultimately, we've got 2 5s here and the win-loss. And I feel like this is a change in a direction of energies. I think there's too much contemplation in some of our consciousnesses that is really in this win-loss competition mindset. So this message is for someone to sort of change your focus, redirect your energies. Yeah, so what you're thinking about, what you're wanting to, understand, it's time to shift that focus. We've got strengthening bonds, joy and stability, and seek. I mean, I really think at the moment, a lot of us, when we go into that and have a look at our sides of ourselves, a lot of people call it shadow work and whatever you want to call it. Let's not get it too excited. But having a look at oneself on a very, very deep level. Because I think the strengthening bonds aspect is the strengthening bonds with oneself. So feeling the more you can confront the aspects of the darkness within yourself, the more you can strengthen the bond with the aspects of you that are really beautiful and really light. Because more joy and stability, the foundation of the 4, is really coming into your life right now. Like it just is. And the 4 has that message of Gaia. It has that message of stability. It has that ability to, if you're creating something, you're creating more of a stable foundation for it to sort of manifest. And this is what it is. It's a manifestation in the real, not real, I say real, but is in this material world, Gaia. Because in both of these aspects, changing the focus from a win-loss attitude, really confronting oneself to strengthen the bond with oneself. I think that in this time where a lot of us are really, as we step into the Capricorn full moon, or we're in it now actually, and we've just went through Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is that energy of expansion, of growth. And I feel a lot of us have really taken that time to sort of heal and work on ourselves and really and really grow, you know. And we've started, you know, to sort of have a look at this ability to have a look at ourselves. You know, what role did I play in that? You know, and don't get lost in that, in the sense that, you know, like you're guilted back into a situation, or you're just, the bond that's strengthening is really with you and you, because we're looking to manifest a little bit more joy and stability. The reward is coming. This is the thing, the message that happens. You know, you do the work, the universe, if you do the internal stuff, the rewards just come. They just do. Because what we're actually doing is it's Pluto, and I believe Pluto is actually retrograde at the moment, but don't quote me on that. There's a huge energy of rebirth for all of us. Like so many of the people that come and sit down and I do readings for, they're rebirthing into a deeper connection with themselves, a soul connection, stepping in, you know, lots of energies of people going, wow, man. Some handling the change really, really well, and some really working on that energy of like so much stuff has sort of gone away, and it was meant to. It was meant to move so that we could really, really embrace a lot of the new energy that's coming in. So what I'm getting from the Star Codes Astro is just, there's a real period there where I just want to pop that up there, because I really feel like this nurturing self-love is the best way to sort of then also have this period of having a look at yourself, you know, because the only person that you're in competition with is yourself. The only person. I know we have these little competitions externally, and I'm just switching over here because I think the rebirth is into sort of who's going to win and who's going to lose, this sort of, you know, blame game sort of energy, into a rebirth, into a lot more joy, yeah, and a lot more stability. The well-deserved reward for a lot of people, you know, who are maybe starting a business, or starting a new relationship, or starting something really new, that it's going to provide the resources necessary for you to continue your growth. That's the sort of message I'm getting. So the reward from doing the work from internally and going through the healing process, and let me preface that the healing process can be really, really hard for a lot of people. For all of us. Let's not put a lot of people in that category. Oh my goodness, I'm just coughing up a storm here. For all of us. Okay, so but the benefits when you go through this journey are really, really healing. And it's going to be different for everyone, all right? So, you know, you're probably saying, well, Robbie, what the healing, you know? I think this is a big healing, and I think we're coming to a position in a lot of people's lives that we're closing massive cycles, you know, like not just small ones, not just, you know, oh, I'm not going to do that thing again, or no, big years and maybe lifetimes worth of cycles coming to an end. We can see that we need to close off these cycles in order to sort of move into a new cycle, rebirth yourself. And it is into some sort of sensation of stability for a lot of people, that manifesting the foundation with which they can build upon. And that could be in relationship, it could be in business, it could be in just one's inner life. You know, it doesn't have to be an external practice. However, I feel with the energy of the 4, it is. Yeah, it may not be appearing for you now, but this new cycle is you're setting up that foundation for this reward. Yeah, the resources are going to come. And I think a lot of people, as the cards flip out here. Yeah, well, I think the angelic message here is, you know, within the next few weeks, if you've felt that, oh, yeah, no, I've just been working on this thing for a while, and it's just not really happening. You know, within the next few weeks, you're gonna see some massive changes. And for a lot of people, this is going to be some form of romantic connection, intimate connection, soul bond connection. And I really feel like coming from this place of stability, of healing oneself and understanding oneself, that this feeling of a new partnership will have something, a foundation with which to build on. And that's, you know, we all seek that particular, a lot of us, you know, like that's the cycle that we're closing, these relationships that, you know, they were beautiful and they served us. And when I say beautiful, we can say, you know, traumatic and nightmarish and, oh my God. But what the beauty that has come from it, if you've learnt the lessons and understand, okay, develop that sense of self-worth, you know, and I mean really, really how to look. You know, saying I am worthy is totally different from feeling this realization internally, like I am worthy, you know, like, and this energy is totally different. And I can speak from experience. This has been a recent sort of energy for myself. So if any of myself has come out in the reading, then, well, of course it is, because we're all sharing this experience. There's no separation from my experience to yours in the sense of the energies at play. I think we're all sharing this common energy field. So, you know, this is going to happen really swiftly because there was this period of this internal self-care, really looking after yourself, and then rebirthing into a new experience, a more stable place where joy can come in. So I really feel for a lot of you, the Seed card came out too, and I really feel like when we're seeking something, you know, it's an energy that something has to be sort of complete in order to really sort of go on that journey. So with the Capricorn energy, I really feel like for the sensitive souls, a lot of the Cancerians, please do spend a lot of time by yourself. There is an overarching energy of the hermit at play for a lot of us Cancerians. I know we're like, wow, we want to really get out there and, you know, and shine bright. And please do so. It's not like you have to lock yourself up and hide yourself away from people. But you're building, you know, from this sense of stability, sense of joy. And I mean, romance is coming, a new romance, something a little bit more stable, something a little bit more providing for you on an emotional level. And I really feel for all those people out there that, you know, have had to go through the moving on process, and I know how challenging that is. And, you know, I can speak from experience on that one most recently. You know, the energy is going to move really, really quickly within the next few weeks on this thing. And I really feel like this is going to be very supportive. So like, again, I think, you know, maybe a lot of myself's going to come out in the reading. I try to get out of the way, but hey, this is a message. If it resonates with you, congratulations if you've really learned how to really nurture yourself, build that sense of yourself that you are enough, you know. Your heart is really beautiful, really pure, and, you know, your intention's always really good. Changing the focus from this, someone's got to win and someone's got to lose, to more of a win-win attitude, because the rebirth is happening. So the Capricorn energy, the buck moon, know that you're really protected from the ancestral level, from the angelic level, going forward into these changes. And a lot of us, when we're stepping into this, strengthening our bond, we are really strengthening that bond and that connection within, you know, and a lot of this is a new thing. Finally gaining that realization that I am enough. And, you know, number one, new beginnings, the magician energy. So we started to sort of go, okay, I am enough, you know, just as I am, you know, and have really established that relationship with God, hear that voice, and, yeah, resources are coming through, a reward's coming in for your efforts, and I feel like for a lot of people out there, it will be a beautiful, intimate soulmate connection and romance, and whatever you believe about soulmates and twin flames, and I'm sure we can get into that at another thing. So that's the sort of energy at play. Just wanted to do a little short video just to let you guys know that I'm here. I love you. There'll be more videos coming, so all the best.